Okay, today we are going to be talking about pelvemetry, and it is the assessment of the capacity of the female pelvis in relation to vaginal opening, and we will perform this between 37 weeks and the onset of labor. So, first we would introduce 2 fingers into the vaginal opening, and we would palpate the fundus, or the perineal wall, to assess the elasticity, and then we would press down on the coccyx to assess the mobility of the coccyx, and then from there we would palpate up on the sternum, and then or onto the sacrum from the coccyx up, and then side to side. And then next we would measure how high up we can get the sacrum. And then from there, if we could reach the top of the sacrum, which I'm trying to, but I can't completely, but then we would see how far that distance is to where the middle of this pubic bone is. If we were able to reach it, then we would just take our own measurement, which mine is 14.6 centimeters, and that would tell us that the distance between here and the top of the sacrum is more than 14.6 centimeters, and that is a sufficient number for vaginal birth. And then from there, we would check the pelvic brim. So we would check it from side to side. And then we would check the fetal position, and the fetal head we would feel for the sutures of it. And here's my fetal head, and so depending on where we'll be able to feel this fundus will tell us what position the baby is in. And so we would feel for that, and then we would feel down the ischial spines, which is this bone right here, down to we would feel down the ischial down to the ischial spine. We would do that on both sides. And then we would feel the ischial spines to see how prominent they are. We would note how far they are poking out, how far we can feel them, and everything. And then we would feel the space between the coccyx and the ischial spine. So between right there, we would try to see how far that is, and if it's 1.5 or more, then that's sufficient. And then we would assess the spinal, so the diameter between those 2 spines, and if you can reach it or go like this, then it's at least 9.5 centimeters, and that's a sufficient space for vaginal delivery. And then we would withdraw our hand, make a fist, and see if we would be able to fit that fist between the two ischial spines where the ligament is, and then not fit the ligament, but just fit to see if that's enough capacity for a baby to come out. And then we would try to estimate the angle the subpubic angle. And how we would do that is we would find the top here on both sides. Sorry, I'm using my other hand to record this. We would try to figure out what degree that is, and if it's between normal is 85 to 90%. So if it's that, then that's sufficient amount. And that is how we do a pelvemetry assessment.